Namaskar and welcome to Express News. I'm Mark Lynn. Let's begin with the national news. President Draupadi Murmu addressed the second-day national conference for chairpersons of the Public Service Commissions being held in Hyderabad. Speaking at that event, the president said she highlighted India's growing economic might, which has ensured India's position as the fastest growing major economy in the world. The president also wished continued success to the union as well as the state public service commissions, acknowledging their role in building a future-ready team of civil servants. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the Traditional Medicine Discovery Space exhibition, showcasing the diversity, depth and contemporary relevance also of traditional medicine knowledge systems from India and the world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the Second World Health Organization Global Summit on Traditional Medicine in New Delhi, emphasizing yoga's global role in health, balance and harmony while highlighting International Yoga Day's establishment. The Indian Parliament concluded its 19-day winter session as both houses adjourned sine die. The Lok Sabha, or the lower house, achieved 111% productivity over 15 sittings, passing several key bills. The upper house proceeded with laying papers on the table before adjourning sine die. The chairman of the House, C.P. Radhakrishnan, thanked members, describing the session as productive and expressing hope for fruitful discussions in future sessions. Meanwhile, India's permanent mission to the United Nations hosted a briefing titled Towards a Network of Inclusive Artificial Intelligence Capacity Development in New York, in collaboration with the United Nations Office for Digital and Emerging Technologies. The External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, also interacted with members of the multi-party parliamentary delegations who recently represented India at the United Nations General Assembly today. The Indian Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, expressed he discussed their experiences of these delegations and he welcomed their feedback as well from the Global Forum. So the Minister thanked them, the parliamentarians that is, for effectively presenting India's position on key international issues. So this day in history, on the 19th of December 1961, India liberated Goa, Daman and Diu. This is from 451 years of Portuguese rule through Operation Vijay. In just 40 hours, the decisive military action united these territories with the Indian Union forever. On Goa Liberation Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated on X that the occasion reminds us of the indomitable spirit and sacrifices of those who fought courageously for freedom, inspiring continued progress in Goa. The National Investigation Agency, another key accused in connection with the New Delhi bomb blast case, has been arrested. Yasir Ahmed Dar, who's a resident of Shopian in Jammu and Kashmir, is the 9th accused to be arrested in this case. Dar was placed under arrest under relevant provisions of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and the Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita. Investigations revealed that Dar had an active role in the conspiracy. The investigators found that Dar was actually in close contact with some of the other accused in the case, including Umar Nabi, who executed the bombing, and Mufti Irfan, a key conspirator. The special NIA court in New Delhi, in Patiala House, extended the NIA custody of Dr. Nasir Bilal Mullah till December 26. Other accused, Shoaib, is remanded in judicial custody till December 24. Meanwhile, the Union Health Minister Amit Shah chaired a meeting on Friday to review security of ports and vessels, directing formation of the Bureau of Port Security for impenetrable grid and designating Central Industrial Security Force for assessments. The closing ceremony of the 5th Joint Military Exercise Harimau Shakti between Indian Army and Malaysian Army occurred on Friday at Mahajan Field Firing Range, Rajasthan. The Indian Coast Guard commissioned its 3rd Adamya class fast patrol vessel ICGS Amulya in Goa, highlighting indigenous shipbuilding and enhancing maritime security along India's eastern seaboard. Quad partners carried out the first Indo-Pacific Logistics Network field training exercise on the sidelines of Operation Christmas Drop from December 8 to 12 this year. Updates now from the business world, and the Indian equity indices ended in the green on Friday at close. The Sensex was up 447.55 points at 84,929.36. The Nifty was up 150.85 points, or 0.58%. It ended at 25,966.40. The rupee ended 60 paise higher at 89.65 per US dollar on Friday versus the previous close of 90.25. Global oil prices are declining on Friday, on track with for the second weekly loss. In fact, Brent crude fell 0.2%. It was at $59.70 per barrel. The WTI had slipped 0.3%, $55.99 a barrel. Global gold prices also slipped on Friday, trading at around $4,340, $4,340, I repeat, per ounce, amidst a slightly stronger US dollar. The yellow metal remains near recent record highs, however. Global silver prices edged lower on Friday. It was trading approximately at $65.80 per ounce, hitting a record high of $66.88 in the previous session. Asian shares rose on Friday, and that is with the Nikkei 225 at 49,586.6. That's up 1.2%. The Hang Seng was at 25,693.34, up 0.77%. The Kospi is at 4,030.68, up 0.9%. TikTok has announced a joint venture with investors including Oracle, Silver Lake, and Abu Dhabi-based MGX, enabling continued U.S. operations and averting a ban over Chinese ownership concerns. Cryptocurrency markets remained steady on Friday, with the Bitcoin at $88,223.49, showing some gains, while the total market cap is approximately $2.92 trillion. Major European stock indices exhibited positive movement on Friday. The FTSE 100 was up 0.11% at 9,848.92. The DAX was up 0.05%. That's at 24,210.92. The CAC 40, it was up 0.04%. It was at 8,153.75. Some global news now, and the European Union has struck a deal Friday to provide Ukraine a €90 billion loan that is to plug its looming budget shortfalls, although it's failed to agree on using frozen Russian assets to come up with the funds. The EU leaders reached the middle of the night deal in Brussels, backed by EU budget. This is to help Kiev defend itself amid Donald Trump's push for a quick end to this conflict. Post the deal, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky thanked the European Union for its €90 billion loan, describing it as a significant support that truly strengthens Kiev's resilience as well as defense capabilities. The Russian President Vladimir Putin stated at his annual press conference on Friday that Ukraine is not ready for talks, while affirming that Russia's willingness to end the conflict is peaceful, to end the conflict peacefully, claiming advances as well that he has made in Zaporizhia. The Russian president said that Russia had agreed to make compromises on Ukraine at his August summit with U.S. President Donald Trump, adding that the next move lies with the West and with Ukraine. Putin also said that Russia would not launch new military operations against other countries if treated with respect and its interests are observed, while dismissing fears of a Russian threat to NATO's eastern flank as nonsense. Several Israelis defied military orders on Thursday by entering the Gaza Strip, where they conducted a symbolic flag-raising ceremony advocating for reoccupation and resettlement of the territory. The U.S. is set to host talks in Miami on Friday to advance Gaza's ceasefire next phase, as President Donald Trump expects a year-end visit from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The U.S. President Donald Trump said Thursday that the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu would likely visit him in Florida during the Christmas holidays as he pushes for progress on the next phase of Gaza peace talks. The Trump administration, as per a report, is planning to intensify efforts to revoke citizenship from some naturalized Americans, directing immigration officers to refer 100 and This is 100 to 200 denaturalized cases monthly in the fiscal year of 2026. The House Oversight Democrats, they've unveiled 68 more Epstein photos. And the release highlights the network and disturbing activities of the Epstein group. In total, the estate has shared about 95,000 images with the Congress. The U.S. carried out strikes on 2 suspected drug smuggling vessels in the Eastern Pacific. 5 suspected narco-terrorists were killed, with no U.S. forces harmed. U.S. President Donald Trump suspended the green card lottery after the Brown University shooting. The suspect, now confirmed dead, had entered the United States through this program, and the authorities are investigating a possible link also to the killing of an MIT professor. The UK government is investigating a data hack at the Foreign Office dating back to October. Trade Minister Chris Bryant confirmed the breach. The probe follows earlier data leaks exposing details of Afghans and British personnel. 7 people were killed after a Cessna 550 business jet crashed at Statesville Airport in North Carolina on Thursday. The former NASCAR driver Greg Biffle is believed to be among the victims. Identification is underway. Brazil and Mexico have offered to mediate to prevent a possible conflict between the United States and Venezuela. The move comes amid rising military and economic pressure on President Maduro's government. The United Nations Security Council will meet next Tuesday. This is to discuss the situation in Venezuela. The UN chief, Guterres, and Russia have both called for restraint and de-escalation. Bolivia scraps fuel subsidies, sending gas prices up 86% and diesel 163%. Long lines form at gas stations as daily life is hit. Government cites curbing fuel smuggling and offers wage welfare boosts. Transport and informal workers fear higher fares and inflation. Protests broke out across Bangladesh after the activist Sharif Usman Hadi died during treatment in Singapore. Hadi was shot in Dhaka earlier this month, targeting anger. In fact, it triggered anger as well as street demonstrations. India has lodged a strong protest over the worsening situation in Dhaka around its mission, and the Foreign Ministry has summoned the Bangladeshi envoy over the extremist activities. Let's take a break. You're watching Express News. Stay with us. Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy, always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India. Welcome back. I'm Mark Lynn. You're watching Express News. Let's resume and the weather-related news now. The India Meteorological Department has issued a red alert on Friday for parts of North India, warning of dense to extremely dense fog from December 19 to 20. Visibility is expected to drop sharply during the early morning hours. An orange alert too has been issued for several northern regions of India as dense fog is likely during early morning hours. Authorities warn of reduced visibility that may affect daily travel and transport operations. Meanwhile, a yellow alert is in place for Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Gangetic West Bengal and parts of northeast India, where dense fog may form in isolated areas between December 19 and 22. Dense fog on Friday reduced visibility in Delhi NCR, leading to flight and train disruptions. About 30 flights were cancelled and several trains also were delayed. Heavy rains caused the Green River to overflow in USA's Washington state on Thursday. Floodwaters entered homes in the town of Kent, leaving vehicles partly submerged. A powerful storm system has brought days of heavy rain to the Pacific Northwest. Emergency teams are assisting residents as rivers and drains continue to overflow after the rain. In an update from the recent floods in eastern Bolivia, the death toll has reached at least 20. And in fact, rescue teams, they are working around the clock through deep water and mud as dozens are remaining missing. The floodwaters also submerged homes in Bolivia's Santa Cruz region. Rescue operations are underway. Helicopters and boats continue to evacuate trapped residents as people clear mud and debris from the damaged houses. Operations at Dubai International Airport were disrupted due to bad weather on Friday. Several flights were delayed. They were cancelled as well as visibility remained low through the morning. In the aftermath of Cyclone Ditwa that recently hit Sri Lanka, many crops, paddy fields there, I beg your pardon, and they are all buried under mud and sand. As per reports, farmers have lost almost everything weeks after planting, and they are now facing debt and limited compensation. Archaeologists at the villa of Poppaea near Pompeii, they've uncovered new frescoes of peacocks, theatrical masks and ornate tripods during restoration work in the hall of the mask and the peacock. Excavations at the villa of Poppaea, they revealed 4 previously unknown rooms, increasing the total to 103, along with traces of ancient gardens and a former stream bed. In Rome, archaeologists are using laser to clean the 1,840-year-old column of Marcus Aurelius, is revealing the 40-meter spiral frieze, which depicts over 2,000 figures and scenes of Roman warfare. New York's Times Square unveiled the 2026 numerals for the New Year's Eve event. Each is 7 foot long. That's what the digits are. They are adorned with 5,280 crystals and 589 LEDs, as the spectators they wore 2026 glasses as well. Hundreds gathered in Kampala, Uganda, to celebrate Christmas shopping for locally made crafts at the Christmas Artisan Market, which promotes local entrepreneurship. Elsewhere in Kampala, a 21-meter Christmas tree was lit at Old Kampala Secondary School, with crowds enjoying carols and prayers led by religious leaders. Santa Claus swapped his sleigh for scuba gear at the Rio Aquario. He was diving there, in fact, with Mrs. Claus among sharks, rays and tropical fish, which he was there while he was carrying a Christmas tree, creating a festive underwater scene. Beneath Baghdad's Al-Mutanababi Street lies Al-Hikmah, which is a small underground bookshop. And for decades, it has made reading accessible by selling books at low prices and giving them free to those who cannot afford them. Hundreds of surfers and swimmers gathered at Bondi Beach, Australia for a paddle out. This is a memorial honoring the victims of the mass shooting. The ski season has officially begun in Sarikami's ski center in Kars, eastern Turkey, welcoming winter sports enthusiasts with snow-covered slopes and festive events. In Bulgaria's Rhodop Mountains, a caviar farm on Lake Kardzeli produces the products Beluga caviar. It produces Beluga caviar to meet global demand. As one of Europe's top caviar producers, Beluga supplies, I beg your pardon, Bulgaria, it is supplying high-quality caviar worldwide. The Delhi Development Authority has opened Asita Park with lush lawns along the Yamuna for socio-cultural events, reconnecting people with the river. The Indian Railways is running 138 special trains across 9 zones for Christmas and New Year, with 244 of 650 approved trips already notified to ensure smooth festive travel. The Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana has been integrated with Gujarat's Mukhyamantri Amrutam Yojana, covering over 12 million families to ensure access to essential medical care. Under India's Civic Action Programme, the Border Security Force held a cricket tournament in Budgam in Jammu and Kashmir, promoting local talent and youth engagement, and also provided sports equipment to 8 teams. Content creators from dance, music, sports, fashion and entertainment gathered in Hollywood on Thursday for the first US TikTok Awards, featuring Labubu dolls, a giant selfie challenge and viral skits. The live-streamed ceremony on TikTok, hosted by lifestyle influencer Lala Anthony, honored Keith Lee, Bretman Rock, DJ Paris Hilton and other creators with Top Creator Awards. At the TikTok Awards, Grammy-winning singer Ciara closed the night with a medley of hits, including Goodies and Level Up. The YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul will face the former 2-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua in a boxing match titled Judgment Day on December 19, 2025 at Miami's Kaseya Center, streaming on OTT platform. A new wax figure of the British actor Idris Elba, dressed in a blue outfit that he wore when he met King Charles, is going on display at Madame Tussauds, London. The Hollywood blockbuster Avatar: Fire and Ash has been released worldwide on Friday. The Japanese series Last Samurai Standing was renewed for Season 2 on Friday. Set in the Meiji era, it follows 292 samurai competing for a 100 billion yen prize, and is going to return bigger and more action-packed on the OTT platform. Hollywood star Tom Cruise's next film, Digger. It is set for release on October 2, 2026, Warner Brothers announced, along with a first-look poster. The first look at Chiranjeevi Hanuman the Eternal was unveiled on Thursday, offering fans a glimpse of the upcoming mythological film. It's set for a worldwide release on Hanuman Jayanti 2026. The shooting of the highly anticipated Tamil film Sigma, starring Sandeep Kishan, has wrapped up, and Lysa Productions announced this on Friday. The teaser drops December 23, 2025, with a summer 2026 release. South Africa have won the toss. They've opted to bowl against India in the 5th and final T20 International in Ahmedabad. Jasprit Bumrah has returned in place of Harshit Rana, while Washington Sundar replaces Kuldeep Yadav in the playing 11. Sanju Samson comes in for an injured Shubman Gill. Brisbane Heat pulled off a stunning win in the Big Bash League, chasing down a huge target of 258 against Perth Scorchers. Sri Lanka have removed Charit Asalanka from his leadership duties with just months before the start of the prestigious ICC T20 World Cup 2026. The England pacer Jofra Archer became the first England player in 30 years to take a 5-wicket haul and score a half-century in a test match in Australia on Friday. New Zealand declared their first innings at 575 for 8 in the final session on day 2. This is the third test against the West Indies. Devon Conway had made a brilliant 222. The European Championship winners Spain will clash with Copa America champions Argentina in the Finalissima game in Qatar in March next year. The former Norwegian coach and defender Age Hareide passed away at the age of 72. Carlos Alcaraz has parted ways with longtime coach Juan Carlos Ferraro. This happened recently, and this ended a 7-year partnership that produced 6 Grand Slam titles. Nikolai Budkov, Kjær, is on the brink of reaching the semi-finals of the next-gen ATP finals after he beat Spain's Rafael Jodar in a 4-set encounter. In the Women's Champions League, clubs that finished between 5th and 12th found out their knockout phase playoff opponents set for February. The reigning champions Arsenal face OH Leuven, with the winners then taking on Chelsea in the quarters. Two-time champions Wolfsburg tackle Juventus, with record 8-time winner OL Lioness awaiting. Meanwhile, Real Madrid will clash with Paris FC, with the winners facing Barcelona in the last stage. And finally, Atletico Madrid will be taking on Manchester United, with Bayern Munich next in line. Okay, that's it in Express News. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.
For sustainability to become more than just a statement, it needs to be practical and seamlessly fit into our lives.
If we are thinking about a net zero economy. And obviously, automobile sector is at the center of this transformation. Instead of buying new vehicle, if I can retrofit and upgrade my existing vehicle, environmentally speaking, it is superior.
Zero waste means repair, reuse, analyze.
We realized that if women became involved in decision-making and generated income, the whole family would benefit. Before, we needed a lot of manpower to handle the waste. But now, with the conveyor belt,
It converts the waste into electricity, powering 2 farms.
Take a front seat to witness the grandeur that is Odisha. Experience immortal spirituality and timeless architecture that perfectly reflects the artistic soul of India. Get swept by its sun-kissed beaches. Take a walk on a bed of golden sand. Witness aquatic wonders. Exotic wildlife. Odisha is home to an enduring cultural legacy. Vibrant and colorful festivals. Captivating folk dances. Excellence in arts and crafts. With flourishing eco-tourism. With fast developing infrastructure. Odisha is set for a promising new future. Welcome to India's best kept secret.